Hey team, this is Ron Jacobson and welcome back to another rendition of us talking about the difference between good and great. As you know, if you've been around for a while, for the last 6 or 7 years or so, we've been enjoying this book by Jim Collins called Good to Great. It's a wonderful business Bible in many respects for principles that underlie great organizations. And so I've asked you a couple of weeks ago for you to contrast the difference between a good general manager and a great general manager, and you gave me some great feedback. Thank you very much. I received dozens of emails back telling me what your thoughts were. I've tried to combine those with the principles of good to great, and so I'm here to share your feedback with you and hopefully we'll get something from it. Thanks for coming. First, there's a major thesis that Jim Collins expresses in the book, that good is the enemy of great. So he indicates that oftentimes we don't have great businesses because we're content with good businesses. We don't have great schools because we're happy getting along with good schools. We don't have great families because we're satisfied with good families. So there's an indication of a yearning there, a desire to really enjoy something and achieve something that is truly significant and great. So with those thoughts, I'll run this down with you. Also, another major theme, by the way, is that Jim Collins talks about great organizations are filled with people who practice a very disciplined approach to what they're doing. They practice disciplined thought, they engage in rigorous debate, and they practice disciplined action. So there's always a method for what they're wanting to do. There's always a rigor for moving forward in terms of it being very fact-based, and there being an understanding of what the strategy is moving forward versus just kind of doing lots of different activities that have no basis in fact or have any basis in understanding. So here's what you shared with me about the difference between a good general manager and a great general manager. First, I've kind of broken them down into these categories to make it simple. I certainly couldn't share with you something comprehensive or at least give you all the feedback that you gave to me because of time, but here it is. You said a good general manager trains the team well, tells the team what to do, and is liked. However, you said that a great general manager uses everyday situations to show, to tell, to train, and to empower. And this word empower, I think I've seen great general managers at work in our hotels all the time. And it seems to me that the great general managers empower their teams when they're not there, when they are there, to solve and cure problems, to take proactive actions, that they feel the power to do things that ordinarily maybe a general manager would be reserved to do, or an assistant general manager, or someone who might be a supervisor. But team members who have power seem to be able to cure problems, and that's what seems like great general managers are doing according to your descriptions. As it relates to service, good general managers, they go the extra mile to ensure a nice stay. However, you said a great general manager stops at nothing to create complete satisfaction. Those were your words. Empowers the team to solve guest problems. Hear that empower word again. That your team have powers to cure issues that are arising every hour oftentimes in our hotels. They know what to do and they do it. And so those are great descriptors of a great general manager in those categories. A good general manager in sales is aware of the top accounts. But you said that a great general manager is intimate. You see the difference in those two words, awareness and intimacy? There's a big difference in those two words. You said they were intimate with and they visit top accounts regularly, thereby creating high walls for competitors. So there's an intimacy with the account, there's rapport. We know their names, we know about their families, we may know where they're from, and we go deep into that account to get to know multiple layers in the organization in terms of who's making decisions, how we can serve them better, how we can customize our facility, what the preferences are for their employees or their clients, and so you can tell the difference between a good and great general manager by this description. Thanks very much. Also, in the area of profit, you said that a good general manager manages expenses according to budget. Absolutely necessary. But you said a great general manager develops a variable budget if business slows, thereby containing costs. So a general manager, a great general manager, you said, seems to have an understanding of the pace of booking, the forecast, what's on the books for the month, what's on the books possibly for the following month, how they might be able to adjust their ordering of supplies, how they might be able to impact their controllable expenses, how they can maybe pull back on staffing if the business volume is not there to support it. That's a key element, you said, to a great general manager in the area of profit. The last area we have to talk about is kind of a catch-all, but I wanted to throw in there some significant thoughts that you shared with me. So it's in the category of growth. You said a good general manager displays a good attitude, very important. However, you said that a great general manager embraces joy and humor and develops this contagious enthusiasm. So now we know that tough days come. We can't always be super enthusiastic. However, a great general manager puts a face on and is a performer for their team because they know that the team and ultimately the guests having a great experience is reliant oftentimes on the tone and the climate that the general manager is setting for themselves and then their team and thereby their guests. So that's how you described a great general manager in that area of their attitudes. The other thing you mentioned was a good general manager deals with conflict as it occurs or as it happens, but you said that a great general manager seems to get in front of a problem, confronts brutal facts that we know occur every single day. Team members may not be doing what they need to do. Somebody may be calling off. Somebody's not performing like you want them to. Accounts are considering other options, moving to another hotel. Guests might create problems besides the ordinary ones that come up. But a general manager doesn't avoid those problems, a great one anyway. They seem to get on the front edge of that thing, getting very proactive with solving it because they realize if I don't deal with it now, it's only going to become a larger problem later for me to deal with and possibly a lot messier. So thank you to all of our great general managers. We've got lots of you. Thanks to all of you who are in supporting positions and maybe possibly aspire to be a general manager someday. These are all also great qualities for you to assess with yourselves. And so thanks for listening. I appreciate all the feedback. Have a wonderful week. Bye.